All right, let's take a little bit of red, add some white to that red. I pulled some red down, add some white, and let's kind of drag that red up here a little bit. And let's put a little bit over here. Let's grab a little bit of yellow, and let's add that on top of the red. Now, wasn't that interesting? What do you think of that? Look, lighter, darker. Lighter, darker. Isn't that a good way to think of things? Look, light, dark, light, dark. See that? It's kind of neat, huh? Okay, we'll put that up here. We'll just kind of pull it across. And then let's run out of paint. Let's see if we can run out of paint here underneath it. We're running out of paint because once we put the paint down, dark here, and then we add a light up here, and we just keep moving the paint, we run out of paint. And when you run out of paint, guess what happens? You're pretty much in business. That's when you can create great things. I'm out of paint. I'm out of paint. Look at that. Feel like I need a little bit more. Let's grab a touch of blue. This is going to be a subtle amount of blue. Very small amount of blue. I didn't grab that much blue, and look what it's doing. And if I hadn't had that red in there, it would turn really, really green up there. Pull a little more blue down. So let's reiterate. I started with the red. I put a little yellow on top. And then I added more white, added a little bit of blue, and it's not turning green. That's a lesson in itself. That's worth $1 million, everyone. $1 million. $1 million. It's pretty colors. And see, you're getting stuff up here without actually struggling. So this is the color I want to go into the water. So I might as well grab it. More white. Watch this. I'll go backwards. More white, a little bit of red. I'll put it in here. That's where the water's going to be. I'm going to put this water down here. I'm going to take just a little bit of yellow and put it in the red. I'm just dragging it across. Look. Now I'm going to take a little bit of white. I'm doing exactly what I did when I started up here. That's going to get fixed in a minute. Don't worry about it. Watch. I'm going to take a little bit of blue, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not doing the same action I'm doing up here. It's basically the same thing. Look, I'm not getting a green water. Can you guys see that? Isn't that cool? See, the lesson here is to show you how the red can save you from problems. Okay? I think I made a good point on this one. A point of no return. Okay, so I think those are pretty colors. Look, so kind of a mauve color right here. Keep it light. Okay. Now let's just introduce the the ivory black, just to keep it going, to keep everything flowing. Taking a little white, putting it down here in the black, and let's just see what the black looks like if I go up here. Because it's neutral, I will have a neutral tone across the sky, leaving a gap between here and there. I do want to tie it together just a little bit in here, look. Moving the brush quickly, creating a fast concept. I could even put it in the red right here, look. I could put it in the yellow a little bit and ruin it, look. But the red saved it from getting really bad. Did you see that? Isn't that nice? This is a huge lesson, everyone. It's a bigger lesson than you think. So, I know it sounds dramatic there, but it really is. That red doesn't mean you have to grab a ton of red, but look how pretty that is without even struggling much. So that saves you a lot of time, a lot of energy. And then if you want to, look, you could blend this down and pretend you're like the best creator of the planet. Look, that's fun, isn't it? Look, and you just blend it like this, or you can blend it this way. Now we have a nice little ridge back here. Let's go for it. And you can actually put more light in the sky. Let's try that first. Let's before I put that down there, let's put a little white and highlight these little gaps in here with light. Put a little light in here, white. Put a little love in your heart. See? Put the light in there if you want it. The light of the world, look at that. See? You just put it in and you're just having a ball. Do you see that? You're having a great time. Now let's go down into this mountain range or little hillside in the back. I know everything's that I'm showing you is more hills and mountains and all that, but we got to get control of that, okay? Here's a little blue down into the gray. Okay, so we did use some yellow. Now we're just going to build this little range up. Look at this. Look at that, coming in like that. See, we got something far away, and yet we have a little black in it. It's all coming down like this. Maybe you got a nice little buildup right there, coming down, and we'll make it horizontal like this. It's far across. I'm trying to get this background in so I can show you color of making green trees and red and all that. So this is just in the distance. I'm just trying to put something back here. Okay, and so something came up here, something further away, down in there. This came across there. Now I'm going to add a little more blue, just because I want it deeper the edges out here. You got to have a deeper version somewhere, because one tone doesn't do the job. Do you see by adding a little more blue, it's a little deeper? Did you see that? But keep some of the subtleness too. Look, see that subtle color there? Make it horizontal if you can. Drag it across like this, and then get another structure going on this side, coming down like that. And that's across the lake. This will be the lake right here. If you want, you can pull this down like this and just blend it a little bit. You don't have to overdo it. Just pull a little bit down, blend it in. And what I want to do is make the foreground super dramatic. Okay, so we have this back here, look at that. No detail, no detail. Just blend it in. Let's take the fan brush and wipe it off. Okay, so we got color up there. The secret is don't get too much. I mean, start with red, but remember that red is your basic color to get things moving, okay? In a lot of paintings, I mean a super lot of paintings. Okay, let's take the white and the thicker white and blend them together and see what we get. You could do this. You could create all kinds of stuff. It's up to you. Pulling this across, putting a little light on this water. Just invent what you want. I've seen Bill take both paints and blend them together. It's pretty cool. And that kind of gives you a little brightness going down there. It came from up here though, actually. See? See? So that's kind of like, you know, more paint up there. Now if you want to add, just take the pure white, pick this up. If you have your palette knife, which we had, you could do this too. Watch this, guys. Take your palette knife, which we used for the snow painting, pull that white down, and just pick it up and run it on the bottom of this little mountain ridge area back here. This across the lake. Just get it in. Put it up here, lean your knife down, just run it back here like this. You don't care, you just want to cut it in and just drag it out. So you got a little highlight here. You can put it in the water too, just straight white. It's far across the landscape. Can you see that? It's right across the landscape out there. And make it foggy if you want. Make this whole area foggy. Just do that. Ruin it. Don't make it so detailed. Look. Don't make it so detailed. You're not looking for detail. Now, that I did all that just so I could show you. One lesson was the red. Now the next lesson is how do you make a green? How do you make a green that's really vibrant and strong? Well, I'm going to wipe off the brush. And I don't know if you've thought of this, but yellow and black makes a strong green. So watch this. I'm going to take some yellow, pick up quite a bit, drop it down where the black is, pull it down, and this is making a really deep green. I'll show you what I mean by that. Now more black in there would make it even deeper green. Do you like that? Have you thought of that before? I can straighten that out in a second. But I'm going to put a little more in there. Look. And what do you see across there? You see all that light colors look really good back there. Do you see that? That's kind of nice, huh? When you think about it. I'm laying the paint on pretty nice. Look, just, whee, that's fun. See? I almost want to stop right there. I think I need more. But you know, now we can adjust this. This is kind of fun. Watch this. I think that's kind of neat. I'll put a palette knife on there and show you how to do another one. Okay? Let's put another one in the front. And I'm going to take the yellow again, drop it down here, add a touch of red to it. Just that'll give you a different flavor, especially if you're trying to put some different tones in here. How about if we drop a tree a little higher, like this? Okay? And it's because like low, high, okay? And you can put it in more sparsely like that if you want. You don't have to constantly do the same action. Watch this. Touch it this way, put it in like that. If your brush is getting messed up, you might be doing it better. Okay? So red and black into the black, that gives it a warmer tone. So when you want to highlight with it, look, push it in, push that paint around, and then drop that down. And all of that light stuff back there makes this look much more dramatic. Can you see that? We need more, we need more. So I'm gonna wipe the brush. You're gonna come to become, well, you know, before we put another one in, why don't we just do this? This is a lot of fun too. Okay, we're back to our palette knife. We can take some yellow and some red, lift it up, kind of hard to see that, huh? Take the yellow, red, and a little white with it, look. Just kind of create like an orange color, with a little white with it. And let's see if we can go right in here and do something with this. And go right up out of the top. You might want to turn your knife a little bit, this way, whatever way you can get at it. How about those actions? Did you see that? Those actions? That's a word, okay. So hopefully that's straight up and down. So I'm taking a little white, pulling it over here. I add the yellow to the reddish color, and I don't mix it very well. Look at my palette knife. It's kind of not really done well. I'm going to put it in like this, get that one too. Got to line it up though. And pull it down if you want. Draw some little branches. Pull down like this. Then leave it. Don't think about it. Then take your palette knife, wipe it off. Go back to your dark, and then kind of cover that a little bit. Go in like this, smash it out. Get rid of some of it. Get rid of the flaws. If you have flaws in there, take them out. Try and kind of remove the problems in that little area. We'll come back and highlight in a minute, okay? So now we're just going to put more in. I'm wiping the brush off. I'm picking up more yellow, a little bit of red, and back into the black. Let's go for another tree. Now you can experiment all day long on these trees, and they can be in all many different shapes and designs. I'll try to do something with more red in there. I'll try to do something a little bit of a different shape. Look, who knows what that tree is? This tree just looks like it might be something a little different in its makeup. Look, see? But it's a more sparse tree. Not quite like that one. Keep experimenting, whatever you do. Pick up this, add a little bit more whatever you had here, this little tan and white, and see if you can get that in. Look at that, pretty good, huh? Did you see that? Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell everybody, you gotta make these noises. If you don't make these noises, some of this stuff isn't gonna work. I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do some more of this. Now let's just kind of fill the corner in because it's very barren over here, okay? And generally when I have all this, you don't want to really see everything. So I'm going to fill this in real quickly, add more black, and then I'll just hit the tops. So I'm going to show you another little trick. Watch this. I'm just kind of filling it in, and then as I fill it in, I come in and I refine the top, and it looks like I purposely did this. Look. See, the trees are there. Do you see that? So you're really kind of kind of just getting a lot in there and then just making sure that the tops look good. There you go. You know what they say in Ireland, top of the morning to you. See, look, see that right there? Top of the morning to you, Mr. Anderson. Look what I did there. It looks like I painted it forever, but then I just filled it all in. That's really what I did. Okay? That corner should be, I don't know if I want to leave that gap there, but that's kind of cool. You like that background? Pretty nice, huh? And look, I started with red. That's the key. More yellow now. More black. More red. Don't hit the blue too much because you don't need it at this point. I'm going to do one tree right here. And this one's a pretty powerful tree, but I got more over here. And I got some little guys down here in the foreground. And then all I really need to do is make sure that I don't leave too much of the foreground sparse because we're looking through the foreground trees. See that? This could be one of my best paintings in the world. And I didn't even know it. Because it's pretty and it's a good day and you got to get in that good mood. You got to get in a good mood to do this stuff. You got to let everything just kind of go your way this way. Here's another tree that's smaller and I'm going to go like this, put it in, it's next to that one, and a little tiny one down here that shows that there's a lot more landscape going down here. You see, it's just making sure that there's more landscape down there. And that's kind of neat, isn't it? Look, if you're following this program, you should be getting pretty happy at this point. Okay? Maybe this tree is going this way, different style, press it more sideways instead, let it just happen, and then go down like this, get it in, put some more trunks in, and I'm telling you, this is starting to look like a happy painting, only because we are now putting the energy in. The end of the day, you have a nice, see the sunset idea? It's the end of the day and you're having a good time and everything, like Bill used to say, is going your way. And when you have that kind of a day, you're having a great time, and we'll put a little highlight on a few trees and then we'll be done with this beautiful painting. Do you see that? And you got to talk to yourself. Now, we did that, and now I think we just need a few highlights. And since we have a lot of reds in the tree with yellow, I think I have to put a little more yellow out so it's fresh and clean. So I'll put it right here next to it. It may happen, you may have to do that. And we're just going to highlight a few trees and we'll be in business. So I'm going to wipe off the brush, get most of that paint out at this point, a few extra highlights, and we're there. And then you will tell yourself you're the best painter in the world. And that's what all these shows are for you to feel good about it. And that's something that could be a prize-winning painting, because especially if you just started, you could be selling those paintings like that's a pretty good one. Okay, so a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, and I'm going to pull the red right into it, a little bit. Kind of red and yellow. And paint's thicker, I use the magic white. Let's see what happens if I highlight it a little bit. That gives another tone to it, doesn't it? See? Put a little bit on these, a little bit here. You don't want to overdo it. A little there, little bit more color, see that? Doesn't have to be everywhere though. Pick and choose. You don't know where you want it, but it gives another dimension to it. Maybe put a lot of red in this corner. You're gonna have to experiment, guys. Put a lot of red down here and see if you like it. Just breaks up the monotony. Did you see that? It was a last minute decision.